Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Rollcage TV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of frustrations. If you watched the last episode on YouTube or watched earlier in the stream, you know, I was expressing quite a few frustrations, but I'm working through them. I don't know when this game may end. It may end sooner than, well, I know it's going to end sooner than I would have liked, because I would have liked to be able to get through the gauntlet, but I know I can't get through that because I can't do the drift, which means I can't do all of the options that I need to do here to get through the gauntlet. So it's going to end early one way or another, but it looks like I can only do this event with a rental, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to beat it with a rental, because I can't buy this vehicle unless I do another drift event, which involves, and why do these involve drift events when these have nothing to do with drift cars? Don't ask me, I don't know. It's because the game is so well organized. And I wish I would have known this before I had a chance. But I did this once before. I failed. I'm going to try it again. No, I'm going to restart the event. Wow, it remembered that I had failed. I have two things to go through. I am going to play this entire event because I can't own the car. I'm going to play the entire thing on easiest difficulty and see if I can get through it. I may not be able to get through it. In which case, this might be the last episode you watch of this game. I'll be starting something else. Hopefully I'll find a game that I can actually finish, but I'll be starting something else. But to be quite honest, I'll be glad when I'm done with this game. It's really fun to play, but it's got so many little things that add up that get in the way of the overall funness of the entire game, not just the driving part of it. Gameplay, difficulty, turning the difficulty down to the easiest level possible. I have all my assists up as high as possible. So this is as easy as I can make it. Might as well restart the race. And this is an elimination race. Oh, I didn't see. I can check that. I only have to finish 6th or higher. So I don't really have to worry if I come in near the top in the first event. They'll put me in the back row, but that's okay. Because even if I come in like first and last, I'll still at least get 6th overall, so that's not a problem. I'm a bit annoyed that it doesn't look like I'll be able to buy the car, which means I won't be able to upgrade it. I also won't be able to put my own livery on it. But since there's only one car in the class, that's not so important. If there's more than one car in the class, then I like having my own livery, because then I can see very quickly, oh, that's the car that I drive and that I have all the miles on, etc., etc. I suppose there is one thing I could do to make the game a little bit easier, and that is to turn off all damage, which would really stink, but if I have to, I have to. Okay. I don't know what happened there, if I caught the grass or if somebody bumped me. Games are hard. Games are difficult. All the games that I really enjoy play, as I've gotten older, have gotten more and more difficult for me, as you might imagine. I'm an old retired guy. I don't have the reflexes I had when I was first started playing video games 50 years ago. have to look up how old is Pong, and Pong is over 50 years old now. First video game system. I don't remember what the first arcade game I played was. I do know the first home video game system I ever had was a Magnavox Odyssey 2, which was basically Pong. He said I might need it more importantly later. Which was basically Pong, but it had 3 game modes. You could play the classic tennis version of Pong, or you can play the hockey version, where you had multiple, you had like one offensive player and one defense, one paddle, you controlled 2 paddles on the screen simultaneously, a forward and a backward one, like a goalie and a forward. And it also had squash, where it's basically squash versus tennis, but you bounce off the walls, so you're on the same side of the screen as your opponent. So basically, it was a Pong game with a couple other with the layout of the walls and stuff in 3 different configurations. Anyway, that was the first video game system I had. Magnavox Odyssey 2. Odyssey 1, I think, just had the one Pong game. Now, Pong was actually stolen from Magnavox. Whoever produced Pong, they infringed on Magnavox's patents, and they got sued for it. So Magnavox actually was the inventors of Pong, and I had a Magnavox home game, so it was one of the very first video game systems. So yes, I've been playing video games for a long time, since I was young. I was a teenager when video games first came to the arcades. The arcades, the pinball arcades, the bowling alleys, eventually movie theater lobbies, they were everywhere, like all at once. Bars, you name it. I wasn't old enough to drink, but, well, it didn't mean I didn't hang out in bars. So I've been playing video games for a long time, and I used to be pretty decent. Then as I've gotten older, the games have gotten much harder to play. Obviously, Pong is ridiculously easy to play compared to this. The games have in general gotten harder, and my skills have in general gotten lower because I've gotten older. You can only get so much better at video games. After a few years, after a few decades, after 5 decades, you don't get better at video games anymore. Doesn't matter how much practice you have. Wait, was that it? I thought there were two races in this event. I thought there were 2 races in the event. Is there only one? There's a second race, right? I can just restart the second one. Yes, there's a second one. I'm gonna mute for a second here. All right. Get a new soda opened here. All right. This is I won the first one, I'm on the bubble of being eliminated. But I only need to finish 6th overall, so. Focus, focus, focus. Ouch. Do any of these cars have different liveries, or maybe these cars only have one livery? No, there's some different liveries. Sometimes I can't use my custom livery. I have to use, whoa. I have to use one of the stock liveries, but okay. I can now officially say that easy is pretty easy. A lot of racing games give you, like, it's so easy to program different difficulty levels in a racing game, right? All you need to do is make the cars a little bit slower. It's like ridiculously easy. Some games have 100 difficulty levels, or 101. Dirt Rally 2, which I play a lot, you can race from 0 to 100. Maybe it's 1 to 100. 100 difficulty levels. And all I do is very finely adjust, you know, the speed of the car. It's very easy to do. Some racing games only give you like 2 or 3 or 4 difficulty levels. This game gives you 5 difficulty levels. There does seem to be quite a bit of difference between so that's not bad. That's okay. They could add more, but you know, that's okay. They don't change just the speed of the vehicles, though. They also change like the aggression and things like that. The AI is more aggressive as you move it up into difficulty levels. So on easy, you get a considerable speed handicap, plus they're less aggressive. So I like that. So far, there's only been one race where I couldn't beat it on easy the first time I played. I had to turn all the assists on. Well, now I've got all the assists on, so I know I can beat this on easy. So I can go back to trying to beat it on a higher difficulty level. Because this is definitely too easy. Easy for me now. I don't get a chance to play multiplayer. Some people, you know, they play games, they play them with friends or whatever. Play a lot of multiplayer. I don't get a chance to play a lot of multiplayer. My gaming is almost exclusively done while I'm streaming. So, and most of that is then uploaded to YouTube. Some of my streaming is done. The first, in fact, it's probably coming up for those of you watching this on YouTube. It's getting close to that time of the year. I have 12-hour streams on Twitch. The middle of every season, and my mid-season marathon. So the first Saturday in February, May, August, which is the one coming up, and November. So by the time this goes out on YouTube, I think it's going to be starting to get late July, which means my 12-hour mid-season marathon will be coming up. Those are not those are exclusive to Twitch. Other than that, everything else that I stream, I also put up on YouTube. What that means is doing a YouTube series doesn't give me a lot of time to just goof around and play on my own or play multiplayer. A lot of times people come on, especially during my SnowRunner streams, they say, hey, is this multiplayer? Can I join? And sadly, I have to say, no. This is a YouTube series playthrough. And unfortunately, I don't play much multiplayer SnowRunner. I think only twice have I had a chance to play multiplayer SnowRunner. But on the SnowRunner Discord, there is a looking for drivers section. You can go there and let's see if anybody wants to play. If you have access to the SnowRunner Discord. Alright, I did it! I should have done it. I finished first, both events. 50 points, no one else even came close. Closest competitor was 25, and he actually got a 15 in this event and a 10 in the last event. So this person would have been a challenge. This is a toughie. Most of them, you almost only get points in one or the other. The totals are the same. They only got points in this race. The totals are 0 for this race. They only got points in the first race. But somebody got, Hannah got 15 points this one and 10 points in the first event. Good fan. All right, what's next? I still didn't unlock the car, I'm sure. So I'll have to be doing a rental again, which means I won't be able to upgrade it. Which means it'll be more difficult. And take me back to the beginning. Oh no! I'm done! I can't unlock this one until I can get to vehicle upgrade stage 2. But I can't get to upgrade vehicle stage 2 unless I can upgrade the vehicle. And I can't upgrade the vehicle because I can't own the vehicle. Well, that stinks. And if we look, the vehicle is the R26. And it's not the one they're showing me, of course. Come on, load already. I don't actually want to play this. This is the vehicle. It's the only vehicle in this class. It's the Renault R26. Only vehicle in the class. Now, if I go to the garage, I go to open wheel, I go down here near the end, Renault R26. That's the vehicle that I'm using. But I can't upgrade it because I don't own it. I have no miles in it because I don't own it. To unlock it, you have to complete the AVAX sponsor event. That's what it says in the lower left-hand corner there. Unlock objective. Complete the AVAX sponsor event. Okay. So what's the AVAX sponsor event? Well, what's AVAX? AVAX is a sponsor. Okay. So I will find AVAX and I'll make them my sponsor. Yes. I need 51 seconds of airtime, which is going to be hard to get in this car, but maybe I could drive another car. Meters drifted. 17,000 meters drifted. I can't drift 17,000 meters. Finish first in circuit races with 16 or more opponents. 4 times. Okay. Well, maybe I could do that. But this has nothing to do with the type of car that it is. So I have to drive trucks to get airtime. I have to do drift cars to get drift meters. And I have to then drive any car to get this. And there's no indication earlier in the career that this is what I was going to have to do. There's no indication earlier in the career that would lead me to, well, you want to do these AVAX sponsors. Until I got to this point in the career mode, oh, you have to do this to unlock this car. Well, how can I do that? So let's see how many meters drifted I can get just by doing a drift race. Can I do race creator for drift? Drift. Okay. Class. Sure. Don't know. Don't care. Whatever. Okay. 10 laps. I guess that's okay. Create an event. So. No, I can't. That one's locked. This one I can. Oh, this one I can buy. Or this one's locked. I have to complete the Clubman Drift Event 1. Well, okay, let's buy this one. I've got enough money. I can afford it. And I am already on the lowest difficulty level. You saw that. What's my hand play? Chain loss. That's wrong. Oh, okay. And I lost the chain. Still getting credit. I hate this. I absolutely hate drifting. I have no interest in getting good at it because I hate it. To me, it's not racing. Now, nothing against people that like drifting, like any kind of hooning around stunt vehicle stuff, but I don't like it. And there are games that are called Drift that feature drifting. This is not one of those. Now I got through Dirt 2, which had some drifting in it, but it was multi-threaded. You didn't have to do the drift events. Same thing with Dirt 5. Dirt 4 was an anomaly. Dirt 3, it took me hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to be able to get enough points that I needed. And they weren't just drift events, they were other types of events, but you need to do some stunt racing things. Oh, that didn't break the chain going off the road. I'm in second place? How is this possible? Oh, I'm in second place because I only have one opponent. That's right. I set this up with only 2 people. We'll get to see what the difference is in scores, and you'll see how awful, how impossible getting through the drift challenges would be. If you're watching this and you're tempted to give me tips on drifting, don't, because I will not listen to them, nor will I respect you for trying to give me tips on drifting, because I can't stand drifting. I play games for fun. I don't play them to do things that I don't find fun. Am I done yet? Oh, why did I put this on 10 laps? Because I had something else on 10 laps. At least this will give me an idea. I don't even know if this is helping with my sponsor or not. So it may very well be that there's not just 2 categories that I can't finish, but 3 categories. I can't even finish the open wheel category because I can't upgrade the one vehicle to level 2 to qualify for the last race. You need to qualify for the last race in the open wheel pro. You have to upgrade your vehicle to level 2 upgrade. You have to get at least enough mileage to be able to upgrade into level 2. But to get mileage on the vehicle, you need to own the vehicle. And there's only one vehicle in the class, and to own that vehicle, you need to race it in the sponsor event, and the sponsor event requires drifting and truck jumping and a bunch of other things that have nothing to do with the class of the vehicle that you need to upgrade to get in that last race. Oh, I'm only on... Oh, why did I do 5 laps? Why did I do 10 laps? I'm only on lap 6 now. Well, let's see if I'm getting any sponsor points for this, and how far away. How many laps would it take me to grind through to get the drift mileage? I mean, maybe I'll just have to grind this out. Do a drift with a rental car, do a stadium truck to get in airtime. And what was the 3rd category? Hopefully it's not one of them that are broken, because some of them are broken. If this is a sponsor that's just broken and never gives you credit for something, or it resets it, which I've run into, you get credit, and then when you restart the game, it rolls back to 0. Then I would never be able to. Then no one, not just me, no one would be able to actually go into that last race. And if no one could go into that last race, then no one would be able to go into the gauntlet, which would seem like a pretty bad bug. So I'm guessing that there is a way to, because to go into the gauntlet, you have to 100% all the other categories. I don't think you have to 100% the challenges. You have to 100% all the other categories. And I already knew I couldn't get into the gauntlet because I couldn't 100% this drift category. No matter how easy I make it on myself. Now, if I'm not getting credit here, if it turns out I go through all this and I'm not getting credit, one other thing to try would be to actually use it in an actual race rather than a custom race like I made. I could go into the rookie league, which is where I first tried. I did do one rookie league race, and and found out that I didn't get even 10% of the score that I would need to finish anywhere but last place. Particularly frustrating because the last racing game I played before this was TTL Man 3, and I love TTL Man 2, but TTL Man 3 was was published by the same people. It was developed by somebody completely different, and the difficulty level between 2 and 3 is unbelievably large. The difficulty level in TTL Man 3 is impossible for me to finish anywhere but last place, and not just close to last place. My challenge was to see if I could finish as close to last place as out of 10 places. So if I could finish as close to 9th place as 9th place finished the first place, then that was the big challenge, and I couldn't really ever do that. Usually it was like 3 or 4. The gap between me and 9th place, the gap between me and second to last place, was about twice the distance between their place and first place. In other words, I was nowhere near finishing anywhere but 9th place. Okay, let's see. I did get earnings. It didn't show anything about sponsor. Okay. I did get meters drifted. What did I get? I got 3,000. I only need 17,000. Okay. So if I did that same thing again, 10 would be 35,000 5 times. I might be able to do it. Okay. Let's now do a custom race with trucks. See if that one is working. So instead of discipline drift, we'll do is it circuit race? And where's the trucks? Trucks. I need stadium trucks. Okay. Okay, I'm still only going to do 2. Route, sure, but I'm going to do fewer laps. Yeah. Vehicle upgrades. Okay, so that should all be fine. And sure, this one I actually own. I'm just going to go through all the jumps, because that's the only thing to give me airtime. See if I get credit for the jumps. And I'm used to doing custom races to meet these objectives anyway. Because if you haven't watched earlier in the series, you may not know that you have to do that. You can't get the mileage just playing career races that you need to upgrade the cars to finish career races. Where are the jumps? There are jumps, right? Why am I not seeing jumps? I don't see any jumps. I should be seeing jumps. Is there a different discipline I need? There must be a different discipline I need. I didn't think circuit racing was it, but there are no jumps on this course. Just going all the way back around, finish one lap, be absolutely sure. I definitely don't see any jumps. Yeah, whatever. I'm just looking for jumps. Okay. No jumps, I did something wrong. Quit. Yes. And edit. Modifier. Oh, modifiers, ramps. Aha! That's what I have to do. So it doesn't really matter if I pick stadium trucks or not, but I do have to have a circuit that's ramps. But stadium trucks are the ones that are meant for it. Okay. Sure, that's fine. 1.47 miles, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. I had a feeling there was something else that I was missing. There was. People may have been shouting at me, but that's fine. I'm used to being shouted at. Alright. I just want to make sure that this sponsor is giving me credit for airtime. If they are, then I can just tool around here, custom races, and be able to satisfy the sponsor's wishes enough that I can do that one sponsor event. Because I skip all the other sponsor events because some of them are broken. And other ones are impossible to know exactly what you need to do in advance. Some of the sponsors are like, you have to beat so-and-so so many times, a particular rival. Okay, but there's no way of knowing what races that rival is in. So, I don't know. What you have to do is you do a race to see who your rival is, then you go through all of your sponsors and see if any of them want you to beat that rival. It's very convoluted and not straightforward. And like I said, even if you do your best, if you go through all the convolution, you do your best, you know, you do your investigation and figure out exactly, you get out your caulkboard and your red string and push pins, and you connect all the clues. You may end up finding out, oh wait, I can't do it after all because the sponsor's broken. I don't get credit for jumps from the sponsor. I don't get credit for... There was one where you had to, like, super proximity combo. You had to drive with proximity to somebody, right? Let's see if the thing's a little flash. So I got proximity combos, super proximity combos. But then the sponsor, that's what the sponsor wanted. And then I looked at the sponsor and I got 0. That never triggered. So it's broken. Unless maybe I had to be in a particular car with a particular, in a particular race. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. So. Yo! Airtime! Two-wheel. Airtime combo. I should have just played Wreckfest. That was one of the options. I don't own Wreckfest, but it's cheap. I may have found out I couldn't play Wreckfest either. There is Demolition Derby in this, but it's only in the Gauntlet, which I can't see eligible for. Okay, now the question is, what did my sponsor say about all that? And it doesn't tell me here, apparently. I guess I could play this with you know, Formula 1 races or something. Continue. And go back to the team. And seconds of airtime, 14 out of 51. So I can do it, assuming that the last one isn't broken, which I'll find out in the next episode. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. If you're watching on YouTube, though, I'm going to end the episode here. A little shorter, but I'm not feeling well anyway. Still getting over cold. Last episode was a little longer. So, Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. YouTube, that'll be it for this episode. The next episode will be the next weekday. No, sorry. The next episode will be the next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, at 6:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is midnight in UK, and noon the next day in New Zealand. Once again, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.